Subscribe and click on the bell icon to be the first to see the latest videos.
Very difficult for the executive team to actually deliver, and then we get into issue. So managing the scope on a construction industry from my experience point of view is very difficult, and since there are no trained people who are actually handling this project management, it becomes actually worse. And most of the cases, the client sometimes takes the advantage, sometimes the contractor takes advantage. So it becomes a difficult situation to manage this very important aspect. Because I believe these three legs of project, scope, time and cost. Scope is not there, other two are not required. And that understanding our industry much, let's say, it's much more important than I think the other industries like software, because how much more actually.
According to many times, the change in scope is unidentified, and we keep on working without understanding that there has been a change in scope, and at a later stage it is identified that it is realized that scope has changed, and now it's difficult to face the management also that we are not able to deliver on time. So that is what I feel that yes, understanding or defining the scope very clearly at every stage is a very important part to ensure that the delivery is happening on time.
Sure. So that is called scope. Okay, it's called scope. So whatever you agreed initially, okay, you customer starts saying that I need this also, I need that also.
Yeah.
Slowly keep adding and you don't realize.
So in pharma industry, like when there is a failure,
Yeah.
they still interpret that it is continuation, and you need to reformulate something. As such, it is a new beginning. So there is no direct request for scope change, but it comes as a scope change. So in pharma,
I will just add to him that for the same sector. Myself is from pharma industry. Like in pharma industry, the scope is quite
web tech technology or railways, which has just recently acquired G Transport.
So I think many of us actually from pharma,
Yes.
being EPC can contribute and give some different options in this.
In fact, I had the reverse thought process, while you were introducing, am I in the wrong group? Or, how it
Actually, we want to right
Right?
because the subject is on portfolio management. When you talk about portfolio management, it is basically doing sub-projects, projects of interrelated of different related departments. You are in power, you are in metro rail. So this is portfolio management. And portfolio management is not restricted to one product. It is different products of different stages. So actually you have to give more
That is the most important. And let me tell you one thing. Generally, we identify 30% of stakeholder only. This is not my figure. This is the PMI published figure. We identify only 30% of the stakeholders. We feel उसको impact होता है, इसको impact होता है. बाद में जब बंदा खड़ा होके आता है ना, तभी मालूम पड़ता है.
Directly or indirectly. Indirectly, one is out of my wisdom. You realize
I will give you a live example, practical example. When I have seen MRPL project, Madras, Mangalore refinery project, it would be there. It is an accident actually, in the sense that I was on way to Bangalore and then some people were with me and they said, "Bharat bhai, हम लोग ये project देख के जाएंगे, कैसा बन रहा है, refinery है." हाँ, ना सर ये route change मत करो, बोला नहीं वो कट short route से जल्दी पहुँचेगी. Then what we show there, see, this one road, there is one road. This side is the refinery. Total refinery. Other side there is a village, and unfortunate part, the whole tank farm was on the side of the road so that the product can be delivered immediately on the road through pipelines to tankers and it will go. Now what happened? Somebody, technical fellow, non-technical fellow, गाँव वालों को बोलता है अगर ये टैंक में आग लगी तो तुम्हारा तो इधर कल्याण हो जाएगा। गाँव वालों को मालूम ही नहीं है कि क्या हो रहा है। तो यार then there is a morsha coming in and collector has come and district collector came and then they started तो लाइन लगी थी 20 टैंकर्स की वो सब बंद हो गया and ultimately they are structure the pipelines has to be relocated at the backside. Same thing which when those Reliance plant at Azira, same thing is taken care of. Tank farm cannot be near to the civilian area, near to the road traffic also. All these conditions were there.
Hazard study has been done.
Hazard is always.
That element need to be eliminated.
But there is some
for years
restriction,
together.
they cannot just build like that.
First we need to take approval.
Approval
SO approval.
Boss, your word is right. Approval कैसे मिलता है?
कैसे मिलता है?
This table is important. Research of Fortune 500 companies. We have noticed the shift from 2005 to 2019. 2005, Fortune 500 companies has spent more time to the sales function. But now, CEO are facing maximum time spending in the HR function. What is the bottom line? If you manage people well, people will manage business well. This is, I would say, this is a very interesting topic according to me. Now, my industry challenge. Basically, I am handling project up to 300 crores. So, projects are at remote location. Suppose including oil refinery project is not coming in BKC. It is coming in remote location. To keep motivated there, that is big challenge. Current absolute Reliance Group at Jamnagar. Up to 20 crores motivated at that location. Like before, kids are even, I don't know how back in Hyderabad. This is the key challenge in my industry. To be very honest, I'm yet to get the proper solution. But one jugaad I am doing. It's making sure every month with paid leave, proper travel, people are coming, meeting their family. But this is jugaad is not the solution. Jugaad perfectly.
That is their requirement.
Yeah, it's a
That is
requirement.
their requirement. But generally, if you ask, is it be responsible for NPL?
We are the leader.
Our BUs
Yes.
Business day.
Yeah.
They would report to the CEO.
CEO. Oh, COO, sorry.
They report to the chief operating officer. Yeah.
CEO reports to CEO.
CEO.
So this is normal actually.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. Right.
So do they, can they block?
Yes. It depends on, see, for instance, see, if in biosynthesis, if you know 5 niche products you're dealing with, we all know the pathway. It's very difficult, just for a non-pharma person. It's a very complicated technology, very difficult to pursue that technology. So in that case, if I want to decide to develop a product, it's a very required a huge investment, multi-million-dollar investment as well. So then it would be the CXOs that will take the decision. But it's small molecules, it could be 100 molecules to 150 where they can decide.
Data of this, if anybody has a proper product, is given by your project manager to the CM, to the developer. He will explain market is like this.
This is the competitive intelligence. And we don't think so.
Feasibility analysis. I don't suggest to do it.
Double the effort, triple the effort, whatever effort is there, that you have to do estimation based on the first one which you estimate. Okay, it will be related to that particular thing. It will not be some standard thing which you are doing. So that's how you estimate. Okay, and then once you do that estimation, you have to be transferred to the customer, and that is when you will say that okay, this much effort has gone into this or this much effort. So you will be consistent with that. And now that adding single field will be only always take 1 unit. Okay, 1 story. And maybe adding 2 fields may take 3 stories. Okay, so those kind of things. So you have to establish that kind of mechanism. That is part of this agile, the consistency that you have to do. So that is how we do the estimation. It's not the way you are saying that okay, there will be one form you put whatever multiple and that will be that is not the way we do. That is why it is called agile. You keep elaborating the story, you progressively elaborate. Okay, once he has said okay, fine, I am the developer, then you say tell me how many which feature is a priority. You said call making is my priority. Fine, for doing call making I need 10% okay.
Okay, now then we were going on and talking about different ways of handling those stakeholders. And first we said that जो unaware है उनको personal approach से you go and talk to them and make them aware. Tell them what we are going to benefit from them. That's what we discussed. We also discussed that identify people as far as personas, who is going to support us, who is not going to. And tell them about the
Prepare a stakeholder register
stakeholder is वही ना identify कर रहे थे.
and classify various columns.
Okay.
Categorize into those 5
Categorize into
categories.
various
Those 5
categories.
categories.
And then
5 categories, eh?
Yeah, those 5 categories.
categories of stakeholders, and then for managing them, generate trust and confidence, communicate to them individually or in
Common हो गया for everyone. We categorize them, then we generate trust and confidence. We use different tools and strategies like social impact analysis, environmental impact analysis, identify the stakeholders, informal gathering.
That was because this book talks about
it is the only objective. That's all.
exactly what you talked
Not
about.
on sitting the head.
How to manage explanation. It talks about 5 layers of trust between individuals, within the organization, within the community, within nation, at every level, and everything is properly bifurcated. So once you go through that, you are immediately able to understand what is going on at the right time.
Everybody, project time management. Next time. I hope all of you had a good discussion, good learnings. I hope you have noted it down. I would request if the persons who have made points, if they can mail it across to my team, I will add on to the presentation docket. So all of you can see what have been the key learnings. You don't need to write it down. We are in a technologically advanced stage. Take a photograph, send it across. Fair enough? Okay. I will invite John Robert to help me give the participants award. In the morning we talked about, John, if you could, we talked about social media engagement. So who volunteers? Who's been doing work on social media?
Who's been active on social media? All right, how many tweets? Can I have your name, please? Gaurav? How many tweets? How many likes? How many messages?
So 3 LinkedIn posts.
3 LinkedIn posts. That's good. Anybody else?
Twitter.
How many?
15, 20 tweets. More than that. A lot of. It's going on, like people are liking and retweeting it.
You have basically made the conference viral. Okay. Thank you so much. So we have got books, so we can give out 2. 1 for Twitter, 1 for LinkedIn. LinkedIn 3 posts. Anybody on Facebook? Anybody more on LinkedIn? Social media? Facebook, how many?
80 likes, 10 comments.
1 post, lots of likes. You are popular on Facebook. Okay, fair enough. And Instagram. John, if you could help me give across these 3 to the 2 gentlemen and the lady for making this the buzz on social media. Congratulations to all of you. Nice, right? Abhay, sorry. Yes, you can. I think so, yeah, we have enough books. So John is going to announce names of 2 individuals who have been very active participants. Can I have a mic, please?
Hello. First of all, I must say that we didn't have much time for interactions, but Abid promised me that the last session would fill up the gap. And I could feel the difference. I think we had very insightful discussion, but I could not assess the last session's participation because I was focused on my discussion. So based on what I have observed, I have 2 people who are very closely contesting. I have asked him to consider both of them, and then he was graciously agreeing for that. The first one is Mr. Ashwin Pawar from Scaffler India Limited.
Well done. Please.
And the second one is Mr. Vikas Parikh from Sun Pharma Limited. And there's no bias, honestly, I was being very honest about it.
Okay, so the third category, persons with the maximum number of business cards exchanged. Who volunteers? Business cards. 12? 13?
Let me count.
There's counting going on. 13. 14. 14 cards collected.
18.
Wonderful.
17.
18 is the highest.
Oh, good.
23? Anybody more than 23? All right, goes to you. Same? Oh, tie. This is happening a lot.
Actually, I have 24, so 23 cards, and one person said that he doesn't have cards, so he gave me his number.
I will still take it as a tie to both of you. Please come on the stage area.
You have a lot to read.
Excuse me.
I still have mementos of the occasion to be given out to the individuals who were part of the roundtable discussion. Could I request Robert to hand it out to Mr. Ejaz Qazi? And Mr. Manan Gupta. Thank you so much, Robert, for helping me out over there. Before I start with the awards ceremony, please remember to give your feedback form on the registration desk. Sangeeta, who is manning it, will not send you the links to the presentation or to the photographs if she doesn't see your feedback form. So please share your feedback. Winners can collect boxes to keep those awards and the back on the registration desk itself. So with that, I would invite Mr. Bharat C. Bhagat as the most senior most person amongst us from Project Management Institute, President of the Mumbai chapter, to help me in distributing the awards. Please welcome him for helping me distribute the awards. All right. Starts with the individual series of awards. Category is PMO of the year 2019. And the winner is Tarun Soni from Sterlite. Congratulations, Tarun. The next category, Project Excellence Award. The winner for this is Shamek Manna from Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Congratulations, Shamek. Next category, Distinguished Contribution to Project Management. The winner is Satya Venkatesh from Syngene International. Congratulations, Satya. Professional of the Year 2019. The winner is Jigar Dhowar from JSW Global Business Solutions. Congratulations. The next category is Project Champion of the Year 2019. The winner of this category is Dr. Mahendra Shiratkar from Mylan Laboratories. Congratulations. The next category, Young Project Professional Award. We have two winners here. Very outstanding case studies. The first co-winner is Riti Chabra from Imagi2 Technologies Limited. Congratulations. Co-winner for the Young Project Professional Award, Suraj Singh Parihar from BPCL. Congratulations, Suraj. Alright, so the next set of awards goes for an organizational level. And we start off with the PMO Team of the Year 2019. Outstanding work being done by this specific company, Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries Limited. Congratulations to the Sun Pharma team. The next organization category, Project Excellence Award. The winning organization is BPCL. Congratulations. For the category of Innovation of the Year 2019 in Project Management, the organization that wins it is Sun Pharma. Congratulations to the Sun Pharma team. In the category of Innovation in Project Management, it's awarded to ConnectQ Business Solutions. Congratulations to the ConnectQ team. In the category EPC Project Award, the winner is CleanMax Enviro Energy Solutions Private Limited. Congratulations. The final category of the evening, ICT Project Award, and the winner is SimWorks. Congratulations to the SimWorks team. Thank you so much, Mr. Bharat, for helping me out over here.
Thank you all for.
So with that, we conclude the day. We had an exciting...
Wish you all best for the next year to have another sites who have not, awarded. I hope they will come in that level that they will also get awards next year.
Very, very, very good words to end the day. Thank you so much. Exciting day. Request all winners to come on the stage area for a group photograph. Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. I look forward to seeing you at other project management conferences. Thank you.
Wait. Okay, ready? Smile. One more. Thank you.
Myself, Manohar Phadke. I am from Siemens. I am helping my project organizations related to Siemens various project activities. All across country, we have got about 250 projects. I am helping them in respect of labor law compliance. I came across with this summit of transformers through mail. I really don't know how they got my email ID, but I came to know from this their email. I really don't know how to pose the challenges, but I think every project we are facing the challenge of compliance and labor laws at various states and as far as nation concerned. My learning will be to understand the type of project activities and then find out ways and means of ensuring the compliance towards labor laws. Definitely I will refer this transformance to my other team members. About feedback on posture is good, gesture is very good, clarity, there was good quality, there is a good quality, clarity on voice and volume, and all are very pleasant and smiling face.
Hi, this is Sandeep Darji, and I am representing Sun Pharma here. I am working there. Total experience is 18 years and in project management. I am from manufacturing side. I got invite for this and a workshop, and I am attending today, but this is halfway done. What I am thinking is I've learned too much here, and the most important thing is many people from different areas, from insurance, from one guy is from metro, so different industries are the attendees are from different industries, and I'm getting widespread idea of different people, and I'm getting ideas of how they are working, different ideas. It's getting too much into mind, right? But it will be fun, and what I'm taking to me is tremendous new ideas, different ideologies, and there are many guys who have shared wrote down 2-3 books on here on this project management. So I'm looking forward to it, and though it's halfway only, but again too much, I'm noting it down so that I don't forget it. And I would recommend guys to see the presentations to refresh it, and it will be a greater idea for Transformance. I would definitely attend another workshops by Transformance. Thank you very much.
My name is Gaurav Singhal, and I represent Sterlite Technologies Limited. We are doing some of the very large and complex projects in Indian public and defense sector. The main idea to attend this session is to understand the nuances of project management. You know, we all doing projects, but very few of our projects are getting completed on time, completed on the budget. So wanted to understand from industry-wide participation how basically we can manage our projects within schedule and on time. The key challenge what I found in my job is how to keep my customer, my stakeholders communicated and updated about the project progress, and wanted to understand how basically these new technologies like AI, machine learning, robotic process automation can help in project management. How can I manage my project in a better way? So the key learning from this session, I learned that there are two approaches of a project management. One is agile and one is waterfall. So how we can club them together? How can we integrate these two project management methodology to achieve the project success? And the key takeaway from the subject I take, integration is the key. You need to keep your customer, your stakeholders communicated about the project progress, keep them updated. And I would really appreciate, and I would like to thank Mr. Abid Dosa for providing this platform and opportunity to us to represent Sterlite Technology on this great platform. And I would definitely recommend my fellow colleagues and other industry, fellow persons to attend any future event which could be organized by Transformance in near future. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Skan Saroj. I am from Edelweiss Tokyo Life Insurance, and I was nominated by my organization to join this summit for the project management. And it has been a great experience, and especially with the panel discussions and the presentations which were done by different speakers. There were some key learnings that I have got from today's session so far. One is that the project management is going to get evolved in the future, and we have to adjust as per the trends which are happening in the project management, and be future proof and upgrade our skills accordingly. Secondly, there was a discussion on agile versus waterfall model, wherein the final conclusion has been that depending on the scenario, the project management models which are to be applied are mostly a mix of both waterfall model and the agile model. At the same time, the emotional or the social intelligence bit which was discussed in one of the presentations was pretty nice, wherein it was clearly discussed that in most of the guides for project management, this part gets missed, and that is the truth that we face these days. We need to be very socially intelligent whenever we interact with our teams and deliver projects, and that will help us better in the better delivery of the projects in the future. Thank you so much.
Start. Hi, I'm Pramod Devre. I'm from CleanMax Enviro Energy Solutions Private Limited. We are basically into renewable energy, that is solar and wind. So about this program, I directly come to know through the mail I received from the founder of the Transformance, and immediately after reading that, I found it is very relevant and suitable for our kind of operations and project management. So having said that, this program is very well articulated and designed in terms of bringing the industry stalwarts and the relevant people as a speaker, and we got interacted with the cross-functional or cross-sectorial best practices with the experts and all. This is really helpful, and I look forward that others should definitely attend and exchange the information related to the future readiness of the what is next steps or next era or next trend in the project management. How can the organization or the PMO becomes self-sufficient and future ready in terms of maybe the artificial intelligence, dashboarding, and all other best practices in terms of project management. Thank you.
So hello everyone, this is Priya Patra again, and as you all know, I am a program manager with Capgemini, and today I am in yet another session of Transformance Forum conferences, and they have done it again, and this is excellent. And I have attended the digital PMO panel discussion. I was part of the panel discussion on waterfall and agile, and as you know, it is very close to my heart. I have learned a lot from the expert panels here and also from the audiences. Very interesting questions coming out, how to use agile in automobile, in pharmaceutical industries. So it's been an excellent learning experience so far. And would I recommend Transformance Forum conferences to others? Yes, of course I will. So great job guys, keep rocking.
My name is Surinder Singh Dhanjal. I am from Edelweiss, Tokyo. So I have got to know about this program as I am working in various projects around the organization. So some of my seniors have shared this information about there is a workshop which is going on. Please go and see if anything which we can adapt for our organization. Yes, so the entire day was very informative. We got to know around in various industries how the project management skills, techniques, tools are getting implemented. So it was a very useful and informative session. Definitely I will recommend this program for my colleagues within the organization as well as some in other peer group also. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Akshata Rao. I am the head for transitions and projects for JSW Global Business Solutions. I got to know about the Transformance sessions or the entire event is through one of my colleagues who is very much in the project management space. What I thought of when I attended the session was to get a lot of insights into what is happening currently and how is each of the industries reacting to the project management space. And what I'm learning from here is few of the speakers mentioned about it's not all about PM, not about managing the project itself, but also managing people. So that is what I'm taking as a key takeaway, because end of the day we are managing projects which are managed by people. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Vikas Parekh here from Project Management Group Sun Pharma. So I would like to first appreciate Transformance for providing such a great opportunity where the people and the project manager across industry came across to share their ideas on the best practices, artificial intelligence, how the project management trend and industry works. So it was indeed a great experience with Transformance, good job done, and definitely I would recommend this program for every project managers in different industries. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Jigar from JSW Global Business Solutions. I am leading the PMO and reporting team. So the moment I came to know about the program, which is on the project management, really, I was excited to attend the program because this is for the project managers. So the thing which I learned from the program is how agile or how we have to move towards agile practice from the waterfall model. So that's what the learning from the program. Thank you so much.